What's happening, Captain? This your boy CB Hunts, and yes, what you see before you is the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splinter GameStop exclusive from the 1990 movie. Man, I'm telling you, man, this bad boy looks amazing. You see in the background, you see the buildings on the box. You see all four turtles coming out of the manhole cover. Got the exclusive at the bottom. You see on the box, you see Splinter on the side. Just looking absolutely amazing. Got the turtle logos and another images of Splinter as well. You see the back of the box showing all the turtles that's from the line and Splinter in the back. Man, you see Splinter in the open window box showing his pieces and everything else inside the box. But sooner or later we finna get this bad boy out of the box and see what it do with a Splinter. Okay, as you see Splinter out of the pack, he looks amazing. The detail on his figure, outstanding.
He ain't lying.
It's just jumped straight off the movie into your hand. It's like the way that Neca like have their figures that look like the actual people is just outstanding. Sometimes they're a little hit and miss, but with these, they're like outstanding. Before I get to him, and trust me, I do have a few little gripes with him. Even though I'm kind of like geeking out over the figure. It's freaking amazing, but I still have a little bit of stuff I have to explain, like why I'm kind of like, But like with all the other turtles, it comes with a piece of a slice. It's pretty tight. It's pretty like realistic. And with Splinter, like he did in the first movie, he comes with his nunchucks. Looks absolutely amazing. Looks like and he got like a bending wire, so you can be able to move it around. Just like the other foot soldiers, where I tell them, I like, don't move it too much because it might bend and break. So you're gonna do a couple of like poses for like pictures. After that, yeah. And the other thing that comes with is his ooze. The ooze that came down. A side story, if some of y'all didn't know, but who doesn't, like the reason how the turtles became the turtles and this canister ooze came is because of Daredevil.
He ain't lying.
At the same time he lost his sight because of the same ooze. The same ooze went down the drain and found Splinter, changed him into a human, and the same ooze that was on the turtles. So that's kind of cool that the Daredevil and the turtles was like made by the same deal. And the detail of this canister is amazing. Look at this. You got they even have the little crack in there. Excuse me, all the like help it focus a little bit. But then you got the little stuff in there. Look at that. Just amazing. And now, for the main man himself, Splinter. The details on this bad boy is simply amazing. The way they design his face, the way he looks, clothing, the soft cloth with the rips of the actual arm is just outstanding. The way his fur is on the lower part of his legs, even though it's two-tone, but you can still see like it's just and the tape over his feet because he's been like walking around a lot. It's amazing, just absolutely amazing. But we finna go over articulation. Oh, just noticed as well. Remember in the movie where his ear got sliced off? Shows that he got it right here. Got a full ear on this side, half an ear on this side. And with Splinter, he can look this far up. Can't move it too far because his head is on a ball point. So you move back too far, it pops all the way off. So you gotta be mindful of that to not go back too far. But he can go down so far as well. Look up, but can't look down too well. And with his arms, Splinter can't really raise his arms up too high as far as to be able to go. But he has mid bicep swivel, a single elbow hinge in the wrist, kind of like that. And he has no like ab crunching like that, but his waist diaphragm is different than everybody else's. You see underneath, instead of the upper waist tuck into the lower waist, it's his lower waist that tucks into his upper waist. So you see that it tucks in. So he has somewhat of an ab crunch going forward, and somewhat of a part going back, but not as much. Legs can't really go out too far, but it does has a single jointed knee, and his feet can go down this far. Go down that, can't even go far up. And he does have a toe hinge, as you see right there. And his tail in the back is a slight of a bending wire, because first it was straight and I bend it to this point here. So I think to the point it has a bending wire, but I'm not for sure. It's just probably just the plastic. But his tail, sorry about the camera, tail does attach. I'm just hitting the camera today. The tail does attach from here, from the bottom, so you'll be able to slide back. Because if you don't, he will have a hard time trying to stand, because that tail goes straight and it's kind of like, I don't know, it just have a hard time trying to stand. That's my only like gripe about him, his hard time standing. But everything else, he's off the chain. He's nice. I like the way he looks and everything. It's just that tail makes it hard to stand.
You ain't lying.
As you see, he's a good height with all four turtles right here. These are the perfect height, perfect figure. When we get a chance, if you get out in the store, if you have a pre-order and if you go to your store, if you see them in the stores now, go and buy them now. Trust me, this whole collection is a must-have, and I'm hoping they keep on going with the other characters of the first movie and all the other two. So, hey, it's been short and quick, but I don't want to go into too much detail of him. Like, he's a pretty good figure, and I didn't feel like taking off all his coat and trying to put it back on. I didn't feel like doing all that. So, hope y'all enjoyed this. This is a quick review of Splinter. And I'll holler y'all for the next one. Peace.